Alright guys, so today I thought we would do some E shuffle, keep doing that, and then just look at some cool licks that you can play in the open position, and then maybe we'll move on down the neck and do some other stuff next time. So, not going to do the shuffle because I did that last week in the lesson, but just go back if you'd like and kind of look how you can spice up the shuffle. I'm going to show you some licks that I like to throw in between the shuffles, okay? So let me get kind of closer to the guitar here. Alright, so if we're starting with just our regular E, one cool thing you can do is, you see Clapton do this a lot, especially in like drifting blues, is right when everybody's expecting you to just do the shuffle, you hit him with this. And so what that is you hit the first part of the shuffle, which would be the open E and the second fret of the B. Then what you're going to do is you're going to slide. It's kind of D7 shape. So what that is your middle finger on the 4th fret of the G string, your pointer finger is on the 3rd fret of the B string, and your ring finger is on the 4th fret of the high E string. So what you're going to do is you're going to slide that. So you're going to take that shape, you're going to go down to a fret for each of those, but then you're going to slide up to it. So it's like this. And then you're going to do a little lick to get out of that. So it's... And the lick is you're starting on the 4th string of the G, sliding up to the 2nd fret, plucking the open G, and then the 2nd fret of the D. So it's... And then you can go straight into the A shuffle. And then there's like a variation you can do before you go to the A part, or the A chord rather. So the variation the second time through would be like, now what you can actually do is you're going to keep the high E string open, but you're going to do the same thing with your pointer finger on the 3rd fret and your middle finger, 3rd fret of the B string, and your middle finger on the 4th fret of the G string. And then do that same lick back there, and then you're ready to go to the next section of the 12-bar blues. So that'd be playing it straight, but I found this lick, especially again in drifting blues or some other Eric Clapton acoustics, he goes like this. And what that is you're gonna start by raking. So this is kind of the hardest part of this one. So you're gonna rake, meaning you're gonna play muted strings of like the G and the B string, and then you're gonna hit the 3rd fret on the high E, and you're gonna bend that up a half step. So it's... So you got your bend there, and then you're gonna play open E, 3rd fret of the B, and then you go back to your little, that lick we just did. The only difference is when you slide, so you're gonna slide up this time to the 4th fret of the G, then you're gonna play the 3rd fret of the B, and then slide down to the 2nd of the G, open 2nd, 2nd of the D. See how that comes in a lot with the open E. And then we can end that, hit the high E, open. Okay, and then you're ready to go back to the E part, and now you're at the B. Now what I like to do with this is not even that fancy. You can just kind of pick through it. Get a little break from that shuffle. And this is pretty cool because when you go back to the A to kind of end, you're gonna slide down to the 4th fret of the B, hit the 4th fret of the G, 3rd fret of the B, and then you can kind of extend that open position a little bit by playing the 5th fret of the B string, 3rd fret of the B string, then sliding on that 4th of the G, back to the 2, open, 2nd fret of the D. So So that there's a lot of cool licks there. And we really just stayed on really 3 strings, primarily the D, G, and B, but of course you can hear a lot of that high E there as well. All right, and so that's just some cool ideas for when you're playing a shuffle. Alright, so I hope you found that helpful. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like to tackle next, and I'll try to get to it.